Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy James from What's Your Forte, and today I'm gonna be talking about how fast my car is on E. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, so you saw my last video, the drag video. I was running on 93, and I was doing pretty well. And after, I ain't gonna lie, after seeing how well Yusuf's car reacted to E versus what it was on 93, I was like, man, I gotta give my 93 map a shot. So I reached out to my tuner, Uku, and I was like, man, go ahead and send over that E40 map. I need that sauce. So I went ahead, got the sauce from him, got the map, uploaded it, went and got some Ignite. I bought my first jug of Ignite from No Clutch, shout out to him. And then I got my second jug of Ignite from Soho. I ended up getting this jug of Ignite right here. This is E90, and I ended up doing the mix. I'll be putting up on the screen right now the mix that I did. I didn't do a full tank. One, because a full tank requires more than just 5 gallons of E, and two, it's expensive. So I was just like, anyway, when you're racing, you probably don't want to be racing on a full tank, or if you're testing, you don't be racing, you don't want to be doing any of that on a full tank anyway, right? So I'll be putting the mix up of what I did right here on the screen, so you guys can kind of see how I mixed it using the E85 calculator app. And at first I thought it was gonna be simple and complicated, but if you have the right stuff, if you have a good tester, you're good to go. You always want to make sure you test your 93 and also test your E content if you're getting it from a pump. If you're getting it from a canister or anything like this, it's pretty much guaranteed to be what it is. Ignite Red is E90. You can get X85, which is like E85. Make sure whatever you put in the car is what it says it is, and then also just make sure you're using a calculator to make sure you get the right E mix for whatever your tune is. All right. So my tune is E40, so I went with the E40 mix in the car, and flashed it using boot mode, however you want to say it, BM3, and then went ahead and flashed the car, got the car running. So from what I was told from various amount of people, you don't want to just do it, flash it, and take off. You want to kind of drive the car around a little bit, maybe even do some sharp turns left and right, kind of shake the tank around and kind of get the mix going pretty much, and then hit it. So I'll be going over the times today and what I was able to achieve. And I got a lot of times. I'm just going to give you the best and then kind of give you the average of what I've been seeing. Because sometimes we had that one glory run and then the car maybe doesn't hit that again or gets very close. And also depends on DA. There's a temperature inside. There's tons of different things that can vary on why you get certain times at certain, why sometimes you can get a 60 to 130 that's this, and then you go run it again and you don't get it. There's so many different factors, so many different variables, but I'm just gonna go over my best times today. All right, so I'll be putting my best times right here on the screen so you guys can kind of see them right now, and I'll just go through them. All right, so we'll be starting with the 93 OTS Stage 2, because that's when I really first started doing times on this car. And the car I'm talking about is a Gumby, as you guys see right here. So let's go ahead and get into it. So on BM3 OTS Stage 2, my best 0-60 time I was ever able to get was a 3.02. All right. 60 to 130 was a 7.4. Was the best time I was ever able to get. I would say I was ranging from 7.4 to 7.7, depending on lots of different factors. And then quarter mile time, I never did a quarter mile run on the OTS Stage 2 map. And then 100 to 200, the best 100 to 200 I was able to get was a 6.34 on the OTS Stage 2 map from BM3. Then, as you guys know, I reached out to Uku and got his custom 93 tune done on the F90 M5. My best 0-60 at that point was a 2.87. 60 to 130 was a 6.97. Quarter mile, my best one, it was a 10.52. And then my best 100 to 200 was a 6.05. So as you can see, the improvements right there, very significant. Just from doing the OTS to Stage 3. From doing the OTS to Uku's 93 custom tune. And I did a whole video on that, so you guys can check that out. Then I went and got the Uku E40 sauce thrown in the whip. My best 0 to 60 time at that point was a 2.8 flat, a 6.19, 60 to 130. So it was like moving. So you think about, I went from pretty much a 7 flat to almost a 6 flat, like almost a second, almost, you know, almost a whole second improvement by going E40 on 60 to 130. It was crazy. Quarter mile time, the best I could get now was a 10.32. Now I will say on that 10.32 run, it was cold. I didn't get a good launch, and I kind of let out of it in the end because you know, I kind of let out in the end. It was cold. I thought I saw something coming, so I let out of it, and I still got a 10.32. So it probably was a little bit better than that, but that's just the best run that I did. So I wanted to log that. And then my best 100 to 200 F time was a 5.36. Then what I did was I wanted to try out XHP drag mode because I was having issues getting my launches under 2.8. The 2.8 was the best launch I ever got, and it was a very warm day when I got that launch. But I was having trouble getting anything under 2.8. And I was asking other people, they was getting like 2.5s, 2.6s, 2.5s, 2.6s, even 2.7s consistently. And I had never got a launch that well. So I reached out, talked to different people about using the XHP drag mode. So I'm putting some information on the screen about it right here. And a lot of people saying they use it, just don't use it all the time, don't abuse it, and you're fine. If you want to use it, just do a run or two, you're good. Some people drive around with it all the time. I think it's too much. I did drive around with it a little bit, and you can really feel the shift difference. And I think it's a little too much just to have it on the car all the time. But if you just want to do a run, get a good time in, I think it'll be fine. But use it at your own will. Like, don't come at me if you break something if you use it. And this is for M cars. I know that you can do it on non-M cars. I probably won't recommend it. Not sure how the differentials are set up on the non-M cars to take that beating. Even on some of the M cars, you're pushing a lot of power. It's probably not a good idea to do it. With this car, I feel kind of good. It's a heavy car. It's all-wheel drive. You know, it can take a little bit more of a beating based on how this car's set up. But, so, put it in drag mode. 0 to 60, 2.58. Best 0 to 60 I've ever gotten in this car. It launched like a rocket ship. It was kind of crazy. 2.58, so it was moving. 60 to 130 was a 6.55. If you do notice, it isn't as good as my other 60 to 130. Now that 60 to 130 that I got, the 6.19, I got that manually shifting. So I think you can achieve your fastest times on this car manually shifting versus letting the car shift for itself, at least from 60 to 130. So I'm gonna have to try a launch, and then after I get past that second gear, try shifting myself to see if I can get a better 60 to 130 time. But that's like the best 60 to 130 time I've gotten, letting the car shift itself. It's like a 6.5, 6.4 in that range. And then the car consistently on E40 ran around anywhere from 6.5 to 6.1. So I got 6.1 twice, then I got a 6.2, then I got a 6.3, then 6.5, then 6.4. So in the low 6 range is what you're going to be looking at. Quarter mile time, I got a 10.16. So getting very close to that 9-second range on the car. So 10.16, car was moving. And that was at 137 miles per hour. Of course, I was posting the draggies up as well. The car was moving, it felt good, felt aggressive. I was like, wow, the car's feeling really, really good. I'm very happy with that time. I know there's been, like, I talked to my homie Yano, who had an M5, who's also running Uku's E40, and he ran like a 10.01. I'm pretty sure, I never met Yano in person, I'm pretty sure I'm a lot bigger than him. With me being 6'3", 330 pounds, so I'm pretty sure I'm a lot bigger guy than he is. So that the weight may have a factor in that. And tires and just DA. My DA wasn't very good when I did this run either. So I'm thinking in like if I get a negative DA and do this same run and get that same hook, I could be that 10.0 flat, that 10 flat that he got. So a lot of factors go into that, but I'm very happy with that 10.16. Then 100 200, I got a 5.67. As you see right there, the 100 200 is a little bit slower than my other one, but I think that's because I only did one run on drag mode and then that was it. So I didn't try to retest it after that. I only did one run and that was it, because I just wanted to see if it was a real big of a difference, and I saw a difference. I did do two launches. One just a launch to 60, and then the other was a launch for the quarter mile. The launch to 60, the other time I launched it, I got a 2.6 flat. And then this run was a 258. So the drag mode definitely works. Definitely does help you get a faster time. And I did do it on the standard drag mode. There's different levels. I just did standard because I didn't want to mess with anything. All right. So the corn is king, as my buddy Yusuf says. Corn is king. So ethanol on this car is nasty, but this car is capable of so much more. But I just don't want to push it. These cars are notorious for bending rods. Notorious. Uku's tune is safe. His E40 tune is safe. It's rated for around 750 wheel and 690 torque. I was making 690 torque on 93, so he's not really messing with the torque at all. He's just kind of messing with the power to get more power out of using the higher ethanol gas. So I feel very confident with this, and he's done this tune on plenty of F90s and they haven't had any issue. It's just once you start pushing past this point is where you can run into issues, and I'm not going there unless I'm gonna do the rods on this car. I have talked to my shop, Your Empire, about doing the rods, got a price quote. I haven't decided whether I'm gonna do that yet or not. I don't know, y'all put it down below. Should I do that? Should I just full send? I know you guys might want to see that, but I don't know. I'm trying to be a responsible adult here. So, but on E40, car's super fast, man. So I know you guys are looking forward to the rematch between me and Yusuf. We're gonna have to find like another event that we can go to do it, and bring you guys that content, man. Cause he got me. I was on 93, he was on corn, he got me. But I got something for him with the Uku sauce. He's running Uku too, but you know what I mean. I got something for him, so we're gonna see how that goes, man. But man, I would say driving the car on corn, the car sounds good. Look, the corn does have a different smell to it. It didn't bother me, but it is definitely a different smell. You get I think the burbles are a little different too, but I like it though. I like it, man. At first I was a little hesitant about running corn. Never run E on any of my cars, and this is the first car I ran E on, and I'm happy to say that corn is king, man. it definitely turns it up a little bit. That I didn't expect it to be this big a difference. And this is, like I said, this is just a mild tune. These cars, after you do rods, you're talking mid-nines. Mr. Vano's car, he's on stock turbos running some, I think he's running I think they run EMF over there, if I'm not mistaken, on his car. But he's running 9.5, 9.6, 9.7s all day long, just by doing the rods. So, I don't know. It's very enticing, but it's just like, I'm trying to see if the investment is really worth it, to be honest with you, at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, this car's fast. It's faster than 95% of the things on the street right now. So it's like, how much more speed do you really need, right? But I appreciate you guys watching this video today. I just want to let you know how fast my car is on E. So special thanks to No Clutch for helping me out with the mixtures and helping me get my first canister ignite. First shout out again goes to Your Empire for their help and answering all my questions. Yusuf, Dane, anybody else I ask questions about E. Shout out to you. Thick Whips, ask questions about you. Shout out to you for helping me out. And then also Uku for getting that tune over and answering all my questions, man. So, all right. So that's all I got for you guys today. Drag mode. Use it at your own risk, but I used it and it seems safe, but don't use it all the time. And that's all I got. So I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Peace.